Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual. You know what we're here to do. We're here to put some respect on Michael Jordan, put some respect on his era, the 80s and the 90s, and stop all the lies, man. We must continue to educate and stop the lies out here on the mainstream media, these clowns with these podcasts. And in this video, we're going to speak about this guy, Joe Budden, the ex-rapper, this guy, Joe Budden, this cornball, this clown, another J.J. Redick wannabe. These guys don't understand basketball or know the history of the NBA. We're going to talk about Joe Budden because Joe Budden is part of the LeBron James fan club. And he says a lot of nonsense about Michael Jordan, guys. So we're going to talk about Joe Budden. And I want to thank you guys for all your love, man, for subscribing to my channel, for watching my videos, for your comments. It means a lot to me, guys. Shout out to everybody worldwide, everybody across the states, all you guys for the support. It means a lot. I am humbled, truly humbled by all of it, guys. Thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, we're going to go in on Joe Budden today. Now, I've heard this guy speak in the past, right? I think he has a podcast, I want to say. Everybody's got a podcast now. What's the criteria for a podcast? Can I get a podcast? Because apparently you don't need to have any knowledge about what you're speaking about to speak on a podcast, to put your voice out there on the media. These guys have no integrity. They have no knowledge of what they speak about. I really wish these guys like a Joe Budden, a J.J. Redick, a Gilbert Arenas, a Draymond Green, I wish all these guys would stop talking about what they don't know about. If they want to speak about this current era of the NBA, I have no problem with that. Knock yourselves out. But when they talk about Michael Jordan in the 80s and the 90s, guys, that's where they lose us. That's where they lose their integrity, and that's where they lose the respect factor. Because the way that they speak, they don't speak with any respect to these guys, and they're not speaking truthfully or honestly or objectively. They don't have that. They have zero integrity. And Joe Budden, to me, is a clown. And to me, when it comes to his basketball knowledge, he has zero. I don't know how old this man is. I don't know when he grew up. I don't know where he grew up, and I don't know what he grew up watching. But he definitely wasn't watching the NBA in the 80s and the 90s. He definitely wasn't watching Michael Jordan. Because Joe Budden, these guys, if you ever notice, guys, they say the same talking points over and over again. That's how you know you're dealing with a LeBron fan from the fan club. Someone who doesn't understand basketball or the history of the NBA, and that they have no integrity. They'll say the same talking points over and over again. And I always hear this guy, Joe Budden, he speaks to the level of competition that Michael Jordan faced versus LeBron James. This is what the avenue that these guys always go to. They always go to that. They have to tear down Michael Jordan's career, his era, by saying that his competition was lesser than LeBron James. And when you do that, you expose yourself. Joe Budden and Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp and J.J. Redick and Gilbert, they all expose themselves. This is why they're always being called out as not knowing anything about the NBA game back then. Like I said, they want to speak about the last 10 years of the NBA. Knock yourselves out, guys, by all means. But when they speak about Michael Jordan and his contemporaries, that's when the lies start. That's when their integrity goes out the window, and I lose all respect for these guys. And like I said, they expose themselves as not doing the research and not growing up watching this stuff. They didn't watch it. Now, Joe Budden has some good rap songs, Pump It Up, things like that. We won't take anything away from his rap career. But a rapper who's known for being a rapper knows nothing about the NBA and its history. And once again, the evidence is there. Listen to the way the man speaks. He has no knowledge. I don't respect Joe Budden as far as his basketball knowledge and what he has to say. His takes are terrible. The things that he says make no sense, right? They're not truthful. Anyone that immediately attacks Michael Jordan's competition, right? The lack of competition, they go to this route. They go to that argument. You've already lost the argument. You've already exposed yourself, right? Oh, who did Michael Jordan play in the finals? Because what are they doing there, guys? They're trying to excuse LeBron James's losses. That's all this comes down to. I'm tired of the excuses. We are tired of the excuses. Because none of the other all-time legends had excuses made for them. They weren't making excuses for Will Chamberlain while he was losing to Bill Russell. He just had to keep coming back. They knocked Will Chamberlain for that. They didn't make excuses for him. Same thing with Jerry West. They never made excuses for Jerry West while he was losing to the Celtics every year. No matter what this man Jerry West did, no matter the crazy numbers he put up, they never pointed the finger at his teammates. They never made excuses that he was playing the legendary Boston Celtics, that had all these Hall of Famers on it. Right? Did they point the finger at Elgin Baylor? No. They didn't make excuses for Jerry West. Jerry West didn't make excuses. Will Chamberlain didn't make excuses. None of these guys made excuses. They just played the game. They just kept coming back. They kept trying harder and harder, which is why they have the respect factor. But these days, whenever LeBron James's losses come up in the finals, guys like Joe Budden, they'll say, well, how was you supposed to beat the Super Team Warriors in 2017-18? Once again, making excuses. The Super Team Warriors that were getting beat by 20-plus points by Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge in the 2017 Western Conference Finals. That same Super Team, before Zaza Pachulia took Kawhi Leonard out with a dirty play. That same Warriors team, they didn't seem like a super team in game one when they were getting blown out. They didn't seem like a super team. But they're a super team because LeBron James lost to them. Because LeBron James got outplayed by Kevin Durant. They're a super team. Right? The 2007 NBA Finals loss that his fans, LeBron James fans, love to say, and I'm going to do a video on this one, that he carried these guys to the final. Right? He carried bums to the finals. But when he got to the finals, when he actually had to play against a decent team, because they didn't play anybody else going up to the finals. They played nobody. When he actually played against a decent team, the Spurs, in 2007 in the finals, where was LeBron James? Once again, when the pressure rises up, LeBron James shrinks under the pressure. So he proceeds to get outscored by Tony Parker and average like 7 turnovers a game. He had more turnovers by himself than his entire team combined, guys. But they're a bunch of bums. His teammates actually were carrying him in the NBA Finals. No one points it out. They'll excuse that loss because he was 21 years old. But then when we point out that Kawhi Leonard was 21 years old in 2013 NBA Finals and LeBron James was intimidated by him, right? Remember that face he made at the free throw line? I did the video on that. He was 21 years old. No one made excuse for Kawhi Leonard. Why was LeBron James afraid or intimidated by a 21-year-old? Kawhi Leonard the next season in 2014 won Finals MVP at age 22. No one made excuse for his age. Dominating LeBron James at his peak. No one brought up Kawhi Leonard's age. And the funny thing is that when Kawhi Leonard was 21 in the NBA, he was only in the NBA like 1 or 2 seasons. When LeBron James was 21 in the NBA, he was already in the NBA for like 3 or 4 seasons because he came in young. You see what I'm saying, guys? It don't add up. Joe Budden don't know what he's talking about. And I challenge Joe Budden. If anybody knows Joe Budden, if he sees my video, I challenge you, Joe Budden. Invite me on your podcast. I'll smoke you, dude. I will smoke you in a Jordan versus LeBron debate because there is no debate. And only real NBA fans know that. That's how Joe Budden and these guys expose themselves. There's nobody worth a damn, right? Nobody worth a damn, guys, in the NBA space. I don't care what it is. A podcaster, a YouTuber, whatever it is. A big site. Anybody that has LeBron James as the number 1 greatest player of all time or the number 2 greatest player of all time, you do not know basketball. You don't. You expose yourself as not being an actual real NBA fan, not being objective, not being honest, having zero integrity. LeBron James is nowhere close to the number 1 all-time player. And if Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, right, like most people will say, then there's no way LeBron James is number 2. No way. There are other guys ahead of LeBron James in the all-time rankings, guys. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. He's not better than Larry Bird. He's not greater than Will Chamberlain. He's not greater than Magic Johnson. He's not greater than Kobe Bryant. He's not greater than these guys. He's not better than those guys or greater than those guys. He's not. We have the video footage of LeBron James flopping around, walking off the court early, pointing the finger at teammates, standing with his hands on his hips, biting his nails, blowing on his hands. Airballing free throws all over the place. Not figuring out how to close games. Never adapting a go-to move. Never learning how to play off ball. Never learning how to play in a system. Never learning or developing a low-post game. All this stuff in 20 seasons. He's not top 5. And I told you, he'll never be in my top 10. He never will be. There's no respect for this man. Real NBA fans do not respect LeBron James and his game and what he's brought to the table all these years. We don't respect it. We don't. He's never adjusted or adapted his game. It's the same game from his rookie season, guys. All he did now is he's gotten a little bit bigger. We know why. And he just uses more of his size to push guys off, right? Because he knows he's not going to get any foul calls against him. They don't call travels. But this is the greatest player of all time. 0 fundamentals, 0 footwork, 0 skill, can't dribble, can't shoot. But that's the greatest player of all time. That's why these guys have no integrity. Guys like Joe Budden. So yeah, guys. Joe Budden, J.J. Redd, all these guys on the same level, man. They're no respect. They're clowns. Joe Budden's a clown. He knows nothing about basketball. Anyone that thinks LeBron James is the greatest of all time, I challenge you. I dare you. Make an argument. Make a video. Put yourself on camera. Make a video and make an argument. I still haven't heard an argument. Make an argument. And it better have nothing to do with Michael Jordan's competition. It shouldn't have to do anything with Michael Jordan. LeBron James fans, they should be able to make an argument for LeBron James being the greatest of all time off of his resume. They shouldn't have to knock Michael Jordan's competition or anything like that. But what? They can't do that, guys, right? Because the facts are not on LeBron James' side. The facts are not there. If you look at the facts and you watch the videotape, then you'll clearly see LeBron James is not a top 10 player of all time. How could you put him in the top 10 with all that stuff he's put on the videotape for us to watch and judge? You just can't do it, guys. Right? Remember, this is not hate. This is the facts. This is the truth. I'll catch you guys on the next one.